now we have to be
Hi,
good.
Michelle.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. So we're going to start this little series of quick chats. Maybe
Okay,
sometime it'll be like a Diet Coke quick chat or
I
other
like it.
drinks. Who knows?
Who knows? Water.
We've
Yeah,
already been laughing so much before we even push record. So
I
I'm
know they missed
hoping,
out on the good stuff.
hopefully people didn't miss out on the good stuff. But I wanted a little bit more casual time to talk with people
Yeah,
and not so scripted. And also we've got, updates and things like that tonight. So, but you've just been traveling. So I want to
I
hear
have.
about that. You just got home. Where'd you go?
Yeah,
What'd you do?
I just got home like late last night and didn't get a lot of sleep and was with a few girlfriends and we went to Utah. I call them my Shutter sisters now.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, we went to Utah and the intention was to do astrophotography, which the weather truly cooperated.
Oh,
We had
good.
beautiful clear skies and
Hmm.
but as photography goes, so if you think about it, astrophotography, would suggest dark, right? And it doesn't get dark until,
Oh,
10:30, 11.
true.
But we also wanted to do sunrise. So
Okay, so that's
we
why.
figured out in 6 days, so 6 full days
Mhm.
cumulatively, we slept somewhere between 18 and 20 hours. So we
Uh,
averaged one night we had an hour and a half of sleep.
oh
2 nights we
no.
had 2 hours of sleep because we get back to the hotel and it'd be, 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then we had to get up
Yeah,
at
yeah,
4:35 for sunrise, depending on the distance. So it
yeah.
was it was a little bit insane. And
That is
but we were
insane.
doing landscape, astro, we did some hiking, we had some beautiful sunsets. Like
Yeah.
it was beautiful. The only thing that wasn't so beautiful was the temperature. The heat haze
Oh.
was real, and so was the body haze because it was so hot. Like I'm a
You've said
Minnesota girl.
before, sorry, you just you've said before you hate the heat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
9 degrees? I don't
Oh no,
people
no.
don't
I'm
even say
not.
it's a dry heat. Yeah, I know it's a dry heat. I've got dandruff and my lips are all cracked. I
Yeah,
mean,
right, right,
this
right,
girl
right.
needs moisture. I'm back in
Yeah.
Minnesota and I'm like, okay, sticky is good because that the heat
Yeah,
out there.
that's a
How do you
lot.
live?
And no sleep. So I don't think that would be a great trip for me. I need
No,
sleep.
I had a good headache going by the last day.
Oh.
Caffeine on board
Yeah,
every day,
yeah,
but
yeah.
and we just giggled and had a good time and had some fun photographic moments and
It sounds
um
like it. It sounds like you saw wildlife and landscapes and stuff like
oh
crazy. So tell us where you were again. You were in Utah, but
yeah,
where?
so we were in Utah. We landed in Salt Lake City and we
Uh-huh.
headed south, and so we did Moab, so
Oh, wow.
Canyonlands and Arches,
Oh,
and then we
wow.
kept
You did a
going south.
lot.
We hit was it Dead End Wild Horse or something like that, and then we hit Goblin Valley, or I don't know, I'm saying those
You're
names
too
wrong, but
tired
it's
to
like
know.
it was really fun. And then we kept going south and we went into Capitol Reef.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
oh my gosh, Capitol Reef and the moon area. Oh my goodness, like I
See, I
had
haven't
never,
done any of that. Never.
yeah,
I think we drove through in the middle of the night, and I don't even know where we were coming from. We did a huge trip out west one time, and I think we drove through Utah in the middle of the night. So I didn't, I
you
just
don't drive through Utah in the middle. I mean,
no,
I
I
have
know.
no idea. Like I could drool over Utah now because the
Oh, that's
landscape
cool.
opportunities, the mountains, and then once we were done in Capitol Reef, we headed back up north, but we didn't just go to Salt Lake City. We went north of Salt Lake City into a place called Antelope Island. So we ended our trip
Yes.
with wildlife photography. And I mean, I was a card filler. We saw coyote kits, the barn
Oh,
owls, which incidentally, in Minnesota, we have 12 species of owls,
mhm.
but two of them are extinct, burrowing owls and barn
Oh,
owls. So I had never seen barn owls. So I got to see not
oh,
one,
that's
not two,
fun.
not three, not four, but five barn owls. So I was like screaming like a
You're in
schoolgirl.
heaven. You're in
Yeah,
heaven.
I was in the car with all the doors shut so I could scream and not scare the owls.
It's like in the
Um,
movies. You close everything and then scream.
I was in there screaming like, "Oh my God." So it was really, I mean, barn owls are so interesting to me. And they were in a barn. So not the
That's
best pictures,
fun.
but that's okay. I saw them.
That's fun.
But
Did you
yes,
guys go
so
to
barn
is it
owls.
like called the Bear River
Yeah,
Migratory?
so we didn't get there.
Okay, yeah.
said goodbye. We ran
Yeah,
out,
I know.
and
Yeah.
we had to catch our flight home. But
Yeah, I was in
I'm
Salt Lake
definitely
City a
go back.
couple years ago, and we were there for a conference, so we would go out in the evening. So we went up to Silver Lake and things like that. But
Yeah,
like we were talking about before we got on, Antelope Island was already so buggy that people were like, "Don't go out. You can't. You can't." So I still
yeah.
haven't seen it, but we're
I
planning a
have
trip.
never experienced tornadoes of bugs. I mean, I'll post some pictures. I mean, it was we were going down the causeway with, Salt Lake on both sides, or at least the reservoirs that come in. And I said, What is that?" And we didn't even know what it was. And a friend in the car
Yeah,
was like, "Those are bugs." And I'm like, that's
gross.
not possible. If we just landed in the apocalypse, like, is a world
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
to
yeah,
an end?
yeah,
Is
yeah.
this what is happening right now? And then we talked to our ranger, and she's like, "Oh yeah, and it's not even bad yet because the biting gnats are not out yet." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess we won't be coming back in the next several weeks
Right,
because
right.
I
You
don't
have to
need
time
that."
it. You have to time it. But people are getting
Yeah,
such beautiful things out there. I can't wait to see your images. It's going to be fun.
it'll
I
be a
need to,
little
we're gonna
while.
plan a trip. We're gonna go, and
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna, I
go.
need to go.
And we're gonna do some fun filming, and then they can see our antics behind the camera.
Oh no, they don't want to
Because
see
it's not
that.
gonna be all this, this perfect backdrop and makeup and hair. No, they're gonna
Oh
see
no,
the
they don't want to see
real
that.
deal.
People do not want to see that.
They don't, but it'll be fun.
It'll be
We'll
fun.
make it
It'll
fun.
be very fun. I know. I need to go, and I, like you said, you need to get me out of the Tetons. I try. I love it in the Tetons so much, so I do try to supplement my Teton things. Alaska, Colorado. But
Yeah,
like this summer, I don't have anything planned, and I'm starting to get kind of wah wah about it. Like I see everybody with plans, and I'm like, why do I not have anything planned? I think it's kind of going to be a family summer and extended family and things like that. Maybe we'll
yeah,
make some short trips. I really want to go up to is it Beartooth Pass? I really
oh
want to
yeah.
do that.
I've
It's
not been there.
everything is so far from Indiana and expensive that it's really hard to just get on a plane and go. But Salt Lake City would
We're
be
gonna
fun.
get you to Utah. That would
Yeah,
be a really fun trip, and we can
let's
connect up
go.
with some other
Yeah.
Shutter Sisters and
Yes, some other
make it a
Utah
fun trip.
photographers we know very well.
Yeah,
So that would be
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
And then you've got a few days to rest, and
right,
then
yeah.
anything else coming up, Michelle? I don't know. I got to call on the Tetons of someone like squealing. So
I
I'm
know
just
I was
wondering.
feeling like a schoolgirl. I got the most amazing call on Mother's Day that there was an opportunity for me. There's been one thing, well, a couple of them. I mean, I'm a photographer, so I got a bucket list, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my biggest bucket list shot as of late for the last several years, I've wanted to go photograph polar bear. And
You've always talked about it since
I'm
I've known you for
going,
a couple of years. You always talk about
I'm going, like
I'm
I am
so
headed out.
excited for you. And where are
Well,
you going?
so I'll be flying into Norway and then flying to Svalbard, where I will pick up a small ship with me and nine of my soon to be closest friends.
They
And
will
then,
be when you're finished.
right?
They
And
will be.
yep. And then we're gonna head north up towards the North Pole. I understand that we'll be, I don't know if it'll be hundreds of miles or what it's gonna be, but we'll be very close to
Mhm.
that area looking for polar bear out on
Aw.
ice.
I'm so
And
happy for you. And once you called, I was feeling like a schoolgirl too, because I was so
yeah, I
happy
was so
for you.
excited. I mean, like I got off the phone and started crying, and my husband's
Yeah.
like, "Babe, you're gonna go photograph polar bear." I said, "I'm gonna like I just yeah." Yeah, and so I came home today or last night and my kids are like, "How long are you home for?" I'm like, "Yeah, a week and a half." And then my son's like, "Yeah, cuz mom gets to go play with polar bear by the rest of us have to work." I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of how it is."
It's
Yeah.
kind of how it is. Well, sometimes dream things happen and you can't say
Yep.
no.
No,
I
there was
mean,
no saying no.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, there was no saying no.
Yeah, I'm so
Got to do it.
excited for you. I mean, it's going to be so fun just watching you be feel so filled with joy
Yeah.
and
I'm so excited.
and your images are going to be great. And
I hope so.
you're great taking great gear with you and
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I need
Yeah.
one of those. You posted the other day that rolling carry-on. I need a system like that. You should see me
Yeah.
in the airport with my Gura bag. I am like so hunched over with the laptop and all the
Well,
equipment.
yeah.
And oh gosh.
I've used that on 2 trips now, and 2 of my girlfriends have also purchased that bag now,
Yeah.
and none of us can say enough about it. Like, it's got room for all my gear, including my 400, which is a
Wow.
big
Yeah, I know.
lens.
That's what's on my
It
back when I'm
Yep, I know,
walking
it holds
around.
it. And it holds my laptop, and I
Oh,
had room
that's
for a
nice.
jacket and a few snacks. Like
Oh, wow.
it fits up in the overhead perfect. I mean,
I've been adding some
fine.
stuff to my like small carry-on roller. And so then to watch me, I don't want to ever be like the girl that can't put her stuff over in the thing. But I'm like,
I'm close.
I know, because it's so
I
heavy.
I had
And
to
I'm
like
embarrassed.
I literally there was a guy behind me and I didn't really notice he was paying attention.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I reached down and grabbed it and I was like, okay, work gravity. And I kind of whoop and I got it there and I got it up and he goes, I thought that was gonna be a swing and a miss. You did good. I'm like, I thought it was gonna be a swing and a miss too. I like
Good thing he
bag
wasn't
is
in the
getting
way.
heavy.
Oh man, I'm always like, cannot wait to get on that flight and get that camera gear secure, and then I feel so much better.
Yeah.
I just like to get
Yes.
it done.
I know. When we go through security, I'm always like, please don't make
Oh,
me open that bag. Please don't
I
make me
know,
open that
I
bag.
know. Oh gosh,
Yep.
Indy got new equipment for a while, and they were pulling me every time. And finally, they've got their kinks worked out, and they let me go through most of the time now. Because I almost missed a flight to Jackson. I mean, by minutes, because
Yeah.
the lines were so long, and they were backed up anyway. And then if some lady wouldn't have screamed like, "Let these people through," I would not have made it. But then they stopped me for the lens. I'm like, you can't. Like, seriously, they're gonna close the doors on me.
Yep.
And
Well,
so
and I
now it
was
works.
told by somebody too, like if you get onto the plane and it's one of those situations where they've, very much packed out the plane and there's no room left in the overheads and you're
Yeah,
sitting with your camera bag or your rolling bag, a lot of the time they'll say, "Oh, well, we'll just check that rolling bag for you free when
right,
you pick it up
exactly.
at your another destination," which you're not going to do with
No,
camera gear.
no,
But if you let them know that you've got lithium ion batteries in there,
right.
they will not put it underneath. So
Yeah,
they'll figure it out. It'll go sit in first class.
yeah.
It'll sit better than you.
I watched that happening this last time to
Yep.
Jackson. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I thankfully could board a little early because of my credit card. And so I was like, oh, like they had 55
Yep.
bags that needed a place. And I'm like,
Yep.
oh, but yeah, I was thinking that same exact thing. Well, I've got batteries, so
Yeah.
it's always a
Well,
struggle flying. Anyway, I don't know. You
well,
were editing last
speaking of
night.
bags and gear,
What do you
I
mean,
mean,
Michelle?
this might be a good segue because I
I know I haven't told you
understand
about this. I haven't really told you about this.
you haven't, but
I've
you've
been
got
holding a
some
little bit of a
news and
secret the last couple months. I know, but I
know.
can say it now. I'm so excited. I'm so
So
excited.
tell us what you got going
Okay.
on because
So,
we want gear news.
well, Wildlife Conversations has a sponsor. We finally have a sponsor. I know.
Tell
Is
me
that
who.
crazy? Crazy. So Robert's Camera of Indianapolis is going to
Okay.
partner with me, and they also have UsedPhotoPro as a branch of their business. So I was on the phone with them and explained my mission of like telling people stories and sharing, especially women and smaller accounts, and some of my heroes. And they were totally on board. They are a long time family owned business since 1957. And when I read over their mission and their goal to be friendly and feel small, even though they are not small at all, it just, I mean, the conversation just went so well. I met with Meredith, who's an owner there, and she's the granddaughter of original owners. And then Josh, who is their social media manager or director, and we just had an amazing conversation. It just was,
Oh, I love
I
this.
know. Speaking of getting off the phone and crying, I literally got off the phone and started crying because it's just nice to work really hard and then be seen. Like,
Right.
it's not that this is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but I want to
Yes.
do it. I want to do it. And it's not, and they asked me, what do you need from us? And I'm like, I really just need moral support and to not feel alone. And so they're on board. They're on board for the mission. We're going to have a landing page where people can go, and
Wonderful.
we'll have a discount code for Wildlife Conversations, and we will have a go-to person for Wildlife Conversations. So anyone that wants to use Roberts or use Photo Pro can talk to Phil at Roberts, and we're gonna have a discount, Jen Ritchie VIP. So it's gonna be fun. I'll have more information as we move along, but I know that there's going to be 10% off some of their used gear and 10% off some of their accessories. So, and then just to have a go-to person for everybody, that makes me feel really good. And that's what I
Right.
told them. I really just want people to have a resource and that they trust that they could call. And I know a lot of people don't always know what to buy. So we'll now have that, like an extra support. So I'm going to write some probably blogs for them and be a part of their social media. And Josh was talking about interviews and like videos. And I'm like, oh,
Right.
wait, what? No, no, no.
This sounds amazing. Like
So I'm
you
really
don't get
excited.
opportunities like this all the
I
time. I
know,
mean,
I'm
you're a
51
wonderful
years old. I
sponsor.
started this late. And so to have someone that really sees why I want to do this and why I want to support other people, it was
Yeah.
just like I got off the phone and I was just hugged my husband and just started crying. He's like, how'd it go? And I was like, "Bleh."
Oh, I
Because
love it.
it just was so nice, like I said, to feel like someone got why I was doing what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
They see what you're doing and they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's support her.
Yeah, and you know what
Put
it's
this
like, there are
together.
a lot of no's. There are a lot of no's, especially for, I mean, I guess it's a generalization, but I feel like there's a lot of no's for people my age. I'm not 22. I'm not an influencer. I'm not running around with my GoPro, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not a YouTube star, you know? So those things are, but when you find someone that sees the value in my, you know, in my years, in my wisdom, in my spending power, in my, you know, my passion and the passion of all of these friends and listeners that I know who feel the same way I do, I just feel like, oh my gosh, we're not invisible. We have a say, we have a spending power, and someone's going to listen and wants our demographic, like wants,
Yeah.
you know, wants to hear from other wildlife photographers. It was really exciting.
Well, and think about the journeys that you're about to go on. I mean, you've got some upcoming trips and
Yeah.
some guiding
Yeah.
stuff coming on.
I
So you should tell
know.
everybody about that because now
Yeah.
Roberts gets to be part
That
of
is
that
so
journey and
true.
part of that storytelling. And
Yeah.
then for your clients that are working with you, if they need something, they've now got a hometown retailer that they can
Yeah.
trust
Yeah.
and they know and they can get good quality stuff at good, good pricing and they
Yeah.
don't have to, support the conglomerates that don't have a clue who they are. So,
That's exactly right. And that's the other thing. I said I really want the Midwest to be represented well, and I would
yeah,
love for the big people to have competition. And, you know, it just made me feel a lot better to spend money in a
it does me
really
too.
well-established business
Yeah,
who can ship 2 or 3 days out just like any other business, you know? It
right.
I've been down for classes and stuff before to see big name photographers. And so they've had a lot of success in the things that they're doing. So yeah, I am guiding this fall, and that's a new thing.
That's new too. Look at
I
you.
know,
It's
I
like,
know.
I
I announced
know.
that last week, and all four, only 4 spots. I'm only doing 4 spots just to start. I
Yes.
have led other people casually, not officially before, but this time it's official. And I'll be October 2nd and 3rd taking people out, and Steve Mathis will be there with me to
Okay.
lead and to guide and yeah, to help us. So
So you've
he and
got
I,
a mentor that's going to work with you and that, I mean, talk about dynamic duo, you and Steve. I mean, whoever taking those one or two spots, I think it's like they won the lottery. I mean, between both your personalities and your knowledge of the area and the animals, because I mean, knowing your camera gear is one thing, but also knowing animal behavior.
yeah,
I mean, that's where those beautiful shots come in, is when you know the
yeah,
behavior of the animal and you know
it's
the
so true.
environment.
Yeah.
And you and Steve together,
I know. I'm excited. I think we make a good team, and he's
yeah,
been a wonderful mentor to me. And so, you know, just the ability to do this with him, and it will be really, really good. So I'm excited about the people that are going with us, and excited to serve them and help them. And
yes.
that's what
Oh,
it's
they don't
about.
even
That's
know.
what it's
They don't even
about.
know what a good time they're in for and the stuff that they're going to see and learn. I mean, this is
Well, it's just
amazing,
that you know, when someone loves something so much, it's
right?
like, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my 7th spring. Like you just don't realize how fast time is going.
Right.
And I'm, oh my gosh, I started counting it up. Like this is my 7th spring out here, and like just putting in the time, putting in the work. I know the people that live out there put a lot more work than I do, but I think when I'm out there, I'm all in, and like
Right.
I do not like I'm all in, don't want to stop. So I'm excited. It's going to be really fun. And I'm
Yes.
doing my University of Wyoming outdoor guide certification as well. So that starts, yeah, that starts soon. I'm excited. I'm doing that, and
Oh,
I know, I'm going back to school.
So now, is that something you can do online then? Is
Yeah,
that
you do it
okay, so
online
you're
and
not
it's
like having
self-paced.
a
Right,
okay,
I don't have to go to Wyoming,
okay,
which, hey,
right,
I still would. But,
right.
I'm
Well,
gonna
that
do
could have
that.
been a good angle.
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
you should
No,
tell the
true.
husband, you know, so they want me to go out there for a few weeks to make
Too
sure that
bad,
I'm
it's too bad. I'm so sorry, but I do have to go out. I'm so sorry. I
yeah,
have
we
to
missed an
go.
opportunity there, Joan. We should have talked about this ahead of time, like how this was gonna go.
I know, but I actually was a person that loved college and loved school. I got,
Oh,
got my bachelor's, got my master's. I would have liked to get my doctorate, but I didn't. I had too many little kids, and so I'm fine. I'll be fine taking a class. It's kind of fun to go back and do that.
oh, well, good on you. I don't know if I could have that discipline anymore. I think I'm not that disciplined anymore. I
We'll
don't think that could
see.
happen.
We'll see if I am. We'll see. Oh, you have your doggy with you. I was thinking about having my dogs with me tonight too, and they kind of
Ugh.
like crashed.
I'm a little nervous because sometimes when he comes this close, it means he's going to start barking at me for no apparent reason.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that'll
So
be
I'm hoping
fun.
that I don't have to go on mute because my dog has gone ballistic for no reason. So,
It's
yeah.
so funny. It's so funny. I was thinking about you editing on that plane last night, and you had an interesting situation. What did you call him? Silhouette
I
Steve?
call them, yeah, Silhouette Steve, because, when you're doing, sunrise or sunset, whatever scenario it is, you're typically waiting for something to happen. And so we were waiting for the sun to rise over the horizon so you could kind
Yeah.
of get that starburst picture. It just adds a really cool element to your sunrise pictures. So we got there at like, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning to kind of scope out where we wanted to be, what we wanted our composition to look like. And so that's what we did with, a multitude of other photographers. We get all set up and now we're just in wait mode. Like that sun's going to come. And then, you kind of hear all the photographers whispering because you see that
Mhm,
first
mhm,
glow
mhm.
as it sort of gets close to the horizon. You wait for it to just kind of blubber over. You're like, oh, oh, there it is.
Yeah,
And you get
yeah.
that beautiful spray. Well, so we're all out there and all of a sudden Silhouette Steve, like, I mean, he's with his girlfriend or his wife. I don't
Which
know.
isn't his real name, but it's the name you've given
Yeah,
him.
I don't know his real name. I just called him Silhouette Steve.
Because
So he
on
was
Instagram,
walking
I thought
out.
you had met someone. I'm like, well, Michelle's
No,
met somebody.
no. And
She's
he
already
goes
met
walking
making
out.
friends.
Like, what, dude, what are you doing? Like, the sun just came out. So he ended up being, with however many photographers were there, 12 or 15 or whatever it
Oh,
was. He ends up being the star of the show because not only did he walk up in the middle of the sun coming over, he never left. In the meantime, his girlfriend's like, oh, take a pose, oh, take a pose, oh, take a
oh
pose.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
please. I mean, if this is for TikTok or YouTube, I can appreciate you being
Ugh,
there for
I
30 seconds or a
can't.
minute.
I
But
can't.
Silhouette Steve was out there. I mean, he became a legit garden gnome for everybody for 15 to 20 minutes. I was like, come on. So at the end of the day, I could have photoshopped him out, but in the meantime, when I looked at the photo, I was like, oh, it really kind of gives dramatic perspective to how big
I
of an
thought
area
it looked
it
great.
was.
Yeah.
And it kind of balanced out with the sun. And so, Silhouette Steve, if you're out there and you're listening to this podcast, I did not appreciate you being there the entire time, but you gave my picture a human element. And so good on you, but I'm not paying you any royalties.
No, no, no. And everyone can see that at your Instagram. What's your Instagram again?
Michelle Osterhus photos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michelle Ostrey's
Yeah.
photos. Everyone can see
Yeah.
that today. It was really good whenever people watch this, but
Yeah.
it was really good today. So
Thank you. So
I
that
had,
was a fun little, but it happens. I mean, think
it
about how you're
happens.
out shooting wildlife and someone's just like that minute when the bird is finally going to fly and they go, excuse me. You're like, I have been sitting here for 3 hours.
I love it when people in a moose situation or moose jam, like in the fall or winter, like you're not supposed to circle the animal, so everyone's on one side, but they think they can go in the back and walk through all our
Yep.
photos and position. And it's like, do you
Yep.
not see our cameras all pointed?
Right.
Like
Nope.
you're always gonna face it, and
Yep. You're going to have your silhouette Steves. That's
that's
just
right.
how
And you just
it's
gotta
going to
make it
be.
what you're gonna make it.
You're
Photoshop
gonna,
some things
yep.
out if you need to, I guess. I had a really interesting experience in the Tetons this last time. I think they were tourists. I don't know. I don't know where they were from, but they pulled up next to me and they were about to go in this area where they shouldn't have gone without bear spray. And I was sitting there I was kind of tired. I'd been up really early and it was raining the whole morning, dark. And so I just kind of took a break at this spot. And so I rolled my window down and I'm like, "Hey, do you guys have bear spray?" They're like, "Oh no, we don't have bear spray." I'm like, I would not
Oh
go down
boy.
in there if you don't have bear spray. We've had some grizzlies that like to go in this area, and I would not go in there. So we started talking about the grizzlies and the greater Yellowstone ecosystem and just talking about some of their numbers and their names and their stories. And then one of the girls goes, "There's a bear." Yeah.
No.
And I was like, "You're kidding me. Stop." Because my camera, I'm thinking of cameras, my car was faced towards the spot. The
Right.
bear was across the way, across the street in another big field chasing elk. Yeah. And it was a grizzly. It was a grizzly, a male grizzly that I had not seen before, and with
Oh,
tags. Yeah, had tags. I think it was probably a male with tags and a collar. And I could not believe it. So I'm like, "You're kidding me." They're like, "No, really, we're serious." I'm like, "See what I was telling you? You
right.
cannot be in this area without bear spray." And they were like, "Thank you, thank you." I'm like,
You
"Okay."
know, you're telling the story and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I've been to the Tetons 3 times and I've never carried bear spray with me.
Oh
I
no,
know.
Michelle,
I know. I'm
no,
in trouble. I'm in trouble with
no,
humanity. Like I just
no,
thought about that.
no.
I'm
You
like,
have to have bear spray
hmm,
at all times. Oh yeah.
I guess next time I go to the Tetons, I will have to bring some bear spray with me.
You can rent it, or like I asked my property management group that I stay with if they could provide it, and they do. Another tip is to ask at your rental car if they have some in the back that people have left in the cars.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
So I
Okay.
always
Good
ask,
idea.
yeah, I
Yeah.
always ask, "Do you have bear spray that people left?" And they'll, let you use it for the week or whatever. But I also rent it for the week since you can't fly with it. If I'm flying, I just
I
rent it.
didn't know that either. That's really good
Yeah.
information. Yeah.
Yeah, there's rental places. And I mean, you can also buy it and donate it, or buy it and leave it with a friend. You can do that kind of stuff
Right.
too. Because,
Right.
they have an REI, they have all that, places have all these things. But
They do.
yeah, like I have heard stories of people walking at sunrise into the oxbow and looking over and there's a grizzly, or being at cattlemen's and there's a grizzly. So yeah.
I think I've literally done the opposite of that because I typically carry spray with me to kill my own scent so they don't smell me. So, like,
I
because
don't even know what do you mean? You don't care. So it's
there's a
not bear.
spray.
Oh, there's
There's
a
a
spray?
there's a spray you can put on yourself to get rid of your
Okay.
scent so that
So
the
you
animals don't smell you.
Okay, so you're not putting bear spray on yourself. Let's just make
No,
that
no,
clear.
no, no, no. I'm not putting bear spray. No, the opposite of bear spray.
Yes, 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 yes,
Like
yes, yes.
something so that my scent is not as strong for
Yeah,
animals, because if you're out looking for bear or you're looking for fox or whatever, you don't want them
right,
to smell
right,
you because it'll
right.
scare them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know if it legit works. I've used it inside my hide and other places so that they
Mhm,
don't
mhm.
get that whiff of whatever I just washed my hair with. But,
True.
or the tide on my clothes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I guess I've probably made even more of a target of myself because
Listen, all you have to do is tell me that 610 and Bruno have come through there, which I know they do, and it's like, I will have bear spray. The first day we were there, went straight from the airport into the park, and I didn't have bear spray yet because it was gonna be coming to the place where I was staying. So I wouldn't allow my daughter was with me, and I wouldn't allow us to do anything. Like, we
okay.
could walk, like, a little bit from our car and back. Like, "Oh, no. No, no, no." I mean,
I
I just
was running all over the woods. I mean, now I feel really okay, maybe I shouldn't admit that. Nope, I wouldn't.
well, now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know.
Now
Yeah.
I know.
No, I wouldn't. Even, like, we were at Cattleman's, I'm like, "We can go out straight from the car, look at the water, and come back." And I just know that they've been right there. So,
I'm always more careful when I have my kids with me though
well,
too. I mean,
yeah,
the fact
yeah,
that your daughter was with you, it
yeah,
probably made you hyper aware because
yeah.
there is no better entry into the world than a child into a mom's heart because then anything that could tragically go wrong, I have dreamed up and then saw.
Exactly. Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
4'11", so I'm like, "She's little, she's cute."
Right. Right. Yep. Mhm.
When one of my kids was little, he had the chubbiest cheeks, and we were going to Rocky Mountain National Park, and so my neighbor was one of my best friends, and she's like, "He's a little pork chop. That mountain lion's just gonna go straight for him. Those cheeks."
Oh my, don't tell Mama Bear that.
I know.
Tell
So she
Mama
would
that.
always call him pork chop. I mean, he had the best cheeks ever. Best
My
cheeks
you know,
ever.
my son did too, and now he's, like, so skinny. I'm like, "Where did those cute little"
I
we used
know.
to,
Everything
like,
changes.
tickle his thighs, and we started calling them chies because they're chubby thighs. So we just shortened it to chies. But now he's got, like, meat sticks.
Oh,
Like, there's just
I know.
yeah,
It all
he's
happened
thin.
so fast. I was really glad to have my daughter, and she was carrying my one of my R5s and the 100 to 500, and so she was taking some shots, and she thought that was fun.
Yeah,
That's really
that's
fun. And
great. Well,
she
she
went
took a
out with
beautiful
me.
shot of you. I love
Yes.
that shot of
Oh,
you because
thank you.
too often we're behind the camera, but I so enjoy seeing you out in your element. Could you
Oh,
please
thank
work on
you.
that? Can you do some like selfies or some
I'm not a
videos
big
or
I'm
something?
not a big camera girl.
You
Here I am doing a podcast, but I'm really not a big, put myself on the pictures of
I'm not
Instagram
either. I'm
thing.
very self-conscious of how I look, but I will tell you that I get when I do it, I usually get at least some of my followers that enjoy me.
Yeah,
They're like, "Oh, it's so fun to see you on camera." So,
exactly.
um, and
Yeah,
that's how I felt when I saw that picture that your daughter took. So you tell your daughter she did a great job of
I will.
capturing you in your element,
I
and
will. Thank
I
you.
love the
Yeah,
picture.
that is cool. Thank you. Well, we were back we were back in this gravel road acting so silly, and there were no other cars, taking photos and acting silly, laughing, and then a car came, and so then we're laughing, racing to the car and acting like we weren't doing anything. So, it's fun when you get those moments in the back roads by yourselves in the Tetons. So
Right.
we had a lot of fun. She didn't go out every morning with me, but she did brave several mornings with me and got to see a new mama grizzly with 2 koi, and she got to see 1063 and her cub.
Well,
So
that's great.
she got to see a lot of stuff. Yeah. It was probably, I told you I did not fill a card. It was probably the least that I have ever shot in the Tetons. I had about 4
That's
days
hard.
where I could not find anything, or they were walking away from me every time I pulled up. I even went out with Steve a couple days, we just went out to go shoot together and could not find anything. So
Yeah, when you decided you wanted to taste bear spray, I understand.
yeah, that might be an upcoming episode. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I had never shot bear spray before. So he had found some in the back. He had found some in the back country that had been out all winter and didn't trust it. So he's like, let's go try it. So you may see pieces of that somewhere. I'm not sure, but yeah. Let's just say the wind was swirling, not going in one direction. So it
Oh
was
my
kind of like,
gosh.
what's
Oh,
going on? But yeah,
oh.
yeah, it was funny. It was what I would call a train wreck, but it was funny. So,
Oh my goodness.
but
Well,
just
I'll look forward to hearing more about that at a
yeah,
later date for sure.
yeah, we'll see. But I'm going through my photos, and it's just like if I don't have trips coming up, I'm really gonna have to. And I don't know locally how much there will be for me when it gets hot, and there's so many ticks here and poison ivy, so it's really hard. Do
Yeah,
you?
that I mean, we're coming into that with, in Minnesota right
I
now
was
too.
just
It's
wondering.
so
Yeah,
hard to get out because it is so hot. It's light late, which is great, but the mosquitoes and everything are
yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a portrait shoot at my local nature preserve one time and had 9 ticks on me just after the hour of being with her. And so now and my mother-in-law has had Lyme disease. So I am so careful. But that is the nice thing in some of the Western states that don't have ticks. That is
I know.
really nice.
And
But
or as many mosquitoes.
yeah, in some places, yeah, but not Antelope Island.
Well, Antelope Island is that was
A
something
different
else.
kind of bug.
I mean, anybody that's been to Antelope Island, which they forgot to tell Michelle, I mean, I have never been in the eye of a storm of a tornadic activity that was laced entirely and made up of bugs. Like, I am going to post some of those pictures
Yeah,
because it is insane. There's a funnel like a tornado funnel, and a semi truck goes by, and the funnel is taller than the semi truck. I
that's
mean, you
crazy.
can visualize a yeah, a funnel of bugs, and they're moving around so much that I had a really tough time to get my camera to focus on it. So I did a manual focus on my camera to try to capture that movement, and it looks like black smoke, but I got some of it.
That's
But it's
crazy.
people talked about it once we got there. They're like, "Oh, wait till the bugs come out." And I was like, "Okay, well, bugs come out. It gets dark and bugs come out." Oh, I didn't know. I, I didn't know.
I know, that's
That
crazy.
was a learning experience for me.
I had heard that before, and yeah, that's why I headed in a different direction 2 years ago about this time. It was about this
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
they were like, "No, you don't wanna go out there." So,
Yeah.
but I do wanna go out there. I wanna see those
Gonna
assets,
You're
and
going to.
I'm going
We're
to.
gonna
I'm
get
going
you
to.
next year.
I
You're
know.
gonna have to be either Teton free or go to Tetons, but also go to Antelope Island and then
Yeah.
some of the other places in Utah. And we're gonna go have fun and we're gonna film some of it so that your viewers can
Hey, that
see
would
what
be fun. That would be fun. We'll put it
yeah,
right on YouTube. That'll be
yeah,
fun.
that'd be fun.
Well, it's good having my first quick chat with you.
I love it.
I
It's so
know we could talk
fun.
forever, and we were just we can't talk about some of the stuff we talked about beforehand.
No, we cannot. Nope.
That would maybe be
Nope.
for that would maybe be like an extra
That's a B-roll.
subscription.
That's a whole different podcast.
That's like they have to be a member per month, and like that's your extra content.
Yeah, that's when you can start doing the yeah, what is that called when you have to when you're a member of a
Like a
podcast?
subscription or something, a
Yeah, the
broadcast.
subscription
Yeah, yeah.
service. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Well, I have like episode 24 of Wildlife Conversations is coming up Tuesday with Bo Weldon. Bo knows outside, so it's gonna be really fun. And then
Okay.
Trish Hennessy is hilarious. She's coming up June 17th. She
Girl,
is
you have got
so
so
funny.
many great photographers on. I mean, you said, "Oh, I'm gonna start this podcast," and you were kind of just very casual about it. And
Well,
then all of
yeah,
a sudden, I start to see your lineup, and I'm like, "This girl has got some amazing speakers," and it's been so fun watching that and listening to
thank
you
you.
develop the
I'm so glad you've joined me
conversation.
several times. It's been really fun. I know I
Yeah.
thought we'd have a few episodes. You were my first episode. I thought we'll have probably about three or four.
No, you're busy.
And
Like
yeah,
you're so
and
busy.
this week I got a yes from one of my heroes. So I will be announcing that as soon as I have a date. Yep.
Oh, we can't announce even more on that. I mean,
I can't
you've
announce
been
it till
dropping
I
it
have a
out on this
date. No,
podcast. Are you sure that
I'm
you
not
don't
going
want
to
to drop
announce
it?
it yet. I
Okay.
got to have it
All right, I gotta wait,
in
just like everybody
stone.
else, huh?
But I do know that Susie Esterhaus is joining us August 20, and she is one of my heroes too. So I am
Yeah.
so
Oh, I can't
excited about.
wait.
I have all her books a bunch of her books lined up over there. I'm really excited. So, you know, it's fun. Got to keep
Yes, it
shining a
is.
light on this wonderful community. So,
Well, and all the work that goes into what you're doing behind the scenes that people never see, whether it be setting up the interviews and getting ready for it and making sure that you're asking the cool questions that you are and really creating content that is so fun for us to listen and just be a passenger. So
I hope so.
speaking of being a passenger, I love to listen to it in my car. So if I can't see it live, I listen to it in my car and it's so fun when I'm driving just to listen to whomever you're talking and learning about them. It's
Yeah,
great.
I hope
You really
so.
are
Yeah.
creating a community. I love it.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I hope so. It's been really fun and coming upon our anniversary in August. So it's been a good year. It's been a
I
really
just
good year. I'm
remember I
very
knew you
grateful.
when, and when we
Please,
get you the larger
please,
shirt size so that you can get your head through it, just remember,
please,
remember us
please.
little people, okay?
I'm not the one off to Svalbard.
Oh,
It's
well,
gonna be
you
so
will be
fun. We're all
someday.
so excited for you, Michelle. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. I'm gonna be
Yeah, I'm
cheering you
excited.
on for the 10 days you're gone.
Well, you were the first person I called and squealed to because I
I
was
know.
like, I need some girl energy, and I know she'll give it to me because a lot of people can, connect with that because
Yeah,
either a lot of photographers have already been there or been,
yeah,
but there's a lot of people I think like me who want to go, and
yeah,
getting this opportunity is fantastic. I'm
yeah.
super excited. Sorry
I'm.
about the fluffy tail in the
Oh, I
background.
love it. I wish I would have had
Apparently,
mine
he
in
needs some
here.
attention right now.
I know. I wish I would have mine in here now, but I'd have to get up and yeah, they're probably asleep. So,
Yeah.
well, it was so good, Michelle. So we'll talk soon. And thank you for joining me at
Thank
a
you, and
very
I'm so
short notice.
excited about your sponsorship. Way to go, Roberts. This is
Yes, thank you,
awesome.
Robert's camera. I'm so excited.
Robert's camera, I'll be calling you. I'm going to need some stuff. I'm going to need some stuff inevitably. So
And I'll be saying more about it as we go, but I just thought it'd be so fun
perfect.
to say it. Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm
All
excited.
right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll talk
you.
soon.
Bye.
Okay,
All
bye
right.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.